I was just reading some emails. We're really fortunate. This weather is highly unusual, and it's not highly unusual, but it's highly unusual to happen 2 days in a row. It does happen but it could snow tonight. Seriously. When I bought the place, it looked like I visited once, and then I bought it the second time because I looked at 7 or 8 more estates. This was the 19th estate that I looked at. Then I went back, and then I said, that's fine. And then I moved in late August, and it snowed. So they trick-fucked me. Every day something breaks here. Like I told you, we have 2 handymen, 24 hours, 7, and something breaks. But anyway, I'm here 30 years, and I'm not going anyplace, and I'm doubtful as long as I'm alive whether, well, I know, but after I'm gone, it's like, I'm sure the trustees will do something with it, but I'm not sure what. We're going to have a video stream in a few minutes with Robert. I was thinking about you guys, and the good news is you're here, and the bad news is you're here. It's so simplistic. It's all about you, and we've had countless people. We're talking to a Dutch lawyer who's here who knows the stories about some of the guys, and it's not like I try to keep it a secret or anything. But if you do something good, you might say that I trained you. If you do something fucking bad, you'll absolutely say I trained you. Not everybody I trained, coached, mentored brags about being trained, coached, and mentored by me because they want people to think that they did it on their own. Some big fucking hitters with that. And that's fine. My ego doesn't need to be attached to their success. And their success is, their ego needs their success to just be attached to them. I don't know if that came out right, but and it's low self-esteem. So even though they've made a bunch of money, their self-esteem's not that great. Whilst, as they say here, I believe very strongly, and Jim Rohn came around to this before he died, and a few others, that you become successful and your self-esteem is automatically increased, but it's pulled along like a caboose kind of thing. But being slappy happy doesn't make you won't make you successful, and certainly is not going to do any deals. And the industry is more or less, and even though I don't like to be called or looped into the industry, I am, is gone that way. And although there's still nobody that's, the stuff that I've talked about here, what we ought to do is have a camera zoom in on something, because you look like I'm talking Greek sometimes. Literally, I'm talking a foreign language. Now, some of you, English isn't your main language, I understand. So you got to translate, process, But for the most of you, how many in this room, English is the first language? Okay, how many isn't English your first language? About a toid. Okay? But you look like I'm talking, like I'm Aristotle, and I'm talking some shit, And I'm not trying to compare myself to Aristotle, so don't give me a bunch of fucking emails about that. But it just, and because it's so foreign to you, and it's like the backwards bicycle thing that we talked about, and it's foreign. And you think that when you get out and you start developing your own style, and you, to those of you that have employees, business partners, and you start talking this shit, I don't mean shit in a bad way, they're going to look at you like you fucking are talking Greek. Literally. They're going to look at you like, what the fuck? Back in the 70s, and when personal development first got going, people would just go off to a seminar, they'd come back, and their workers said, oh, fuck, you went to another seminar. Okay, now we're going to be fucking around here for a few months, and then he'll forget everything. He'll go back. They didn't call it default then. He'll go back to default, and everything will be cool again. And that's people will look at you that way. And as I said, I believe last night, the difference between winning, psychology of winning, and the psychology of the high performance person is that to make this work, you got to live it every day. You got to live it every day. You got to breathe it, eat it, sleep it. And when we show you how powerful the affirmation system is, and when we show you how I start saying affirmations 17 months, and 17 months later I'm here in this castle. Now, I don't care how you fucking cut that. I don't care how you slice it, dice it. I mean, especially since I couldn't afford it. Because you always got to add everything. I always forget to say I didn't have any money. Because, Dan's got a lot of money. He can buy anything he wants. No, not anything I want, but, just about anything. But I didn't have any, name money. I didn't have, as they say here. So, and when we talk about the goals and the various things, and that I've seen the kids, you being the kids, accomplish, it's pretty extraordinary. And people ask me, not all the time, but they ask me quite often, if you had your life to, these bullshit questions, if you had 3 things to do and you want to leave 3 messages to the fucking 29th century and all that horse shit that everybody talks about, I always say the same thing, just fucking do it. And it's so cliche and it's so simplistic, but it's so fucking simple, just fucking do it. And I would have set higher goals though. I sold myself short, and that's hard for me to say looking around, not so much this room, but you've been in the castle, and there's like the doc said, it's you probably, other than the people that have been here before, don't know anybody who lives like this. And that's why the experience is so special, and that's why it's the perfect metaphor. Yesterday's dreams are tomorrow's or today's realities, blah, blah, blah. And it's one of my 5 credos, which we're going to talk about when we talk about affirmations tomorrow. And it's like one of the guys, the big hitters in the business who I had dinner with last year at the Ritz. He says, Dan, if people actually thought about it logically, which I don't like that word, but if they did a spreadsheet, for you spreadsheet fucks, you started in the barrio. You live in a fucking big castle. No depths. Most people don't. I don't have depths or debt to regular people. Okay? I have 0 depths. Across the board, I have 0 depths. I like that. I don't know why you say it that way, but the Germans and depths. I have no depths. I give a seminar based on what I did, not giving seminars, not putting asses on seminar seats, not selling books, not selling CDs, DVD, whatever, all that shit, I give away all my product except for this seminar and my book. And you get the book. For those of you that bought it, if you don't want a second copy, we don't have to give you a second copy, but you get the book when you're here. And actually, it's getting in limited print now. So I mean, I'm going to have to fucking do another. I'm not sure how that's going to work, but I got about enough books left to get through about the end of this year, the first quarter of next year, and then I'm not sure, and I'm not going to write another. I don't have time for that. I haven't been in trouble. No, other than when I was a kid, 5 times, arrested, alcohol related, no drug related, been thrown, and when I got in trouble in the Netherlands, because they translated it wrong, they thought I went to jail and did hard time. And there's an article on the wall from one of those Dutch papers, outside my office, that says that I'm a jailbird or something. And Venica said, Dan, you got to explain to him that you were arrested, for drunken disorderly, amongst other things, and that beating a policeman, amongst other things. And but you didn't go to jail for, because they think they connote fraud, like we were talking about fraud. That's what they think. I said, so Then I'm more careful about how I describe it now. And on top of that, I've created more than $50 fucking billion for fucking monkeys just like you. Even I think about it. And the guy, the hitter, the big guru, is saying, Dan, if these monkeys did a spreadsheet, our accomplishments they don't even get on the paper. Yet I know at least one of you is going to go. You can't wait to buy a fucking book. I know you can't. You can't wait to go and buy somebody's CD. You can't fucking wait. It's like the first time you had sex. You can't wait to put it in. I mean, you just can't wait. You can't help yourself. And and yet, I still, I'm not. Believe me, don't feel sorry for me. I keep plodding along, and slowly but surely, the tide has turned the last few years, i.e., the reality shows that I'm in discussion with, etc. And those reality shows may never happen. That's showbiz. I mean, because as I told that camera crew that was here yesterday, if I can't be me, I'm not interested. I don't give a fuck. I can't be me. If I can't say the things that I want to say, fuck, cunt, shit, then I'm not interested. You can bleep me all you want, but I'm not interested because that's who I am. And I also know how these guys act, contrary to what the public persona is. Now, see, you've never talked to these guys. We had a guy in here who knows one of the guys on that wall well, and he says if they knew how he talked, I mean, he'd lose a lot of stature. And if they knew what he thought of them meaning you, he'd lose a lot of stature. And when I tell you what I think of you, I think you're fucking morons. You don't have to, I'm not hiding it. And I tell you that you're afraid based on, your social economic milieu and your parents, the way they raised you, etc. And I'm sure they loved you. I'm sure Jamie, did your parents love you, Jamie?
Yes, they did.
That's good. That's good. I'm happy for you. And Mike, did your parents, your mom loved you? I know we've already been through that. Yeah. Well, I've had people in here that said, no, my mother hated me. And they did fine. So what does that mean? Krishna, what does that mean? We got people up there that their mother fucking hated them.
Doesn't matter.
Oh, God! Call 999! Get the fucking paramedics! I'm gonna have a fucking stroke! Doc, quick! That's exactly right. You're not as stupid as you look. Praise Allah. Sometimes I get an answer, and I was a little hesitant asking him. Sometimes I get the wrong answer. Excuse me. I get the wrong answer. Well, each case is different, and you said the right answer. Thank you very much. Thank you. It doesn't fucking matter. Amen. Praise Allah, Buddha, and God. And on that happy note, see you this afternoon.